Hey, Joe here for Ignition Diecast, and I'm going to ask some frequently asked questions. It came to my mind, my understanding, a couple days ago that I get a lot of the same questions, and they seem to be people who haven't been watching for very long. Like, I have a habit of referring to things that I assume you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't been watching this channel for like a year or more, you may be like, what the hell is he talking about? So I'm going to answer all these questions, and then from now on, when I get these questions, I'm just going to send the person the link to this video. So here are the 9 most asked questions in order. And number one is, this is kind of obvious. Who is Kevin? And what does none for Kevin mean? Well, Kevin is just a generalized term, kind of like Karen or Kyle or Chad, a stereotypical name for the scalper or reseller type that goes to stores to buy stuff, usually all of it, with the express purpose of reselling it on the secondary market. Not at all a collector. Perhaps a collector, but they've gone off the rails. So that's who Kevin is. It's just a generalized term. I actually know the first name of most of the local scalper types here in my area, but I refer to him as Kevin to protect the guilty. The None for Kevin hashtag is a viewer, a commenter actually came up with that because maybe it was because of my behavior. Like for a while I had this philosophy that if Kevin's just going to buy it all, if I come across something relatively cool on the shelves that in the retail stores, buy it all, give it away, or sell it at a reasonable price, because Kevin's just going to buy it all and sell it for like a 300 or 400% markup. So the None for Kevin meant it's all of our responsibilities to be good Robin Hoods and collectors, so that if we come across something cool out there in the wild, buy it all, leave none for Kevin, and then do something noble with it. Like at least sell it for a good profit, if not give it away to people that you know want it. What is the archive? What are the colors? So the Ignition Diecast Archive is this wacky idea that I had months ago to acquire and index every single mainline that the Hot Wheels brand has ever released. It includes anything with a number on it in a sequential number from 1 through 250. There was a couple years there, like 2017, where there was like 365. But what they were doing is they were numbering every color variant. Whereas now, color variants hit the same number as the original, the first color. And it is limited to 250. So that's mainlines, treasure hunts, recently super treasure hunts, store exclusives, Zamax, because all these have numbers on the cards. Things that are not included are like the seasonal mixes, like spring and winter mix, and anniversary sets, silver labels, and premiums, because this isn't about collecting everything that Mattel ever released under the Hot Wheels name, just the Hot Wheels mainlines. And that's going to take years. I realize it's a ridiculously ambitious project, but it's something to do, and it's something to do. The colors on the, if you actually go to the Google Sheets spreadsheets, there's different tabs for every decade, and the colors, if we include something that isn't like core to the archive, it's colored blue. And there is a key on the color key on the first tab. Green means that the car has some issues and could use an upgrade. If an upgrade comes along, particularly a new one, it can be replaced. Yellow means it very much needs an upgrade. It's got flaws, but it's in there just as kind of a placeholder. And red means it's like trashed. It's literally a placeholder and desperately needs an upgrade. Even if it's another used specimen that's in slightly less damaged condition. And I think there's only two 270s cars in there right now that are flagged as red. What is the Glory Box? That's just a funny name that I gave this Mercari purchase. I got 336 new loose cars. Well, according to them, they were new loose and all Hot Wheels. Not all of them are new, and there's some other brands in there too. So, an eBay, a secondary market seller that lied. Imagine that. And I was just calling it Glory Box because there was so much coming out of there that made me extremely happy. And I still have cars to unwrap. I'm unwrapping it slowly to kind of milk it for all the collector joy that I can get out of it. The Scary Box was another purchase. It was an eBay purchase. Someone who sent me 150 loose used cars and played with condition with no promises as to what was in there, what the condition was. And I think it was truly unsorted. A lot of eBay sellers say unsearched or whatever, and they checked it to make sure there was nothing super valuable in there, which is a lie. But this box, I think, was a naive seller that just like was getting rid of their kid or their grandkids Hot Wheels, and I'm pulling some pretty cool stuff out of there that only someone who is willing to do the research or knows already that there's some good cars in there. And so it's not so scary after all. And I've combined Scary Box and Glory Box into just like an inbox. And forevermore, it'll just be inbox. As stuff comes in to be evaluated, I'm going to call it the inbox. And the order is I take it if it's something I want, then it check the archive to see if the archive needs it. And if it fails both of those tests, then it goes for sale. So most of the stuff at Ignition is new stuff that I buy, inventory, for the express purpose of selling. But if I get a lot on the secondary market for my own, that I buy with my own money, those are the levels of the filters that it has to go through. Do I want it? If I don't want it, is it needed for the archive? If it's not needed for the archive, then it goes up for sale. Why does it seem like there's a goat or cow in the background of some of your videos? I've introduced Lance, this bottle-fed lamb that we have living in the house, in a couple videos, and I think that's what you're hearing. We don't have any cows. I do live on a farm, a small farm, with chickens, lambs, turkeys, and 3 little dogs. So there's a lot of animal sounds. And there was a lamb that got rejected by its mother, so it was having to be fed via bottle, and it was born in the wintertime, which is usually not when lambs are born. And it was too cold for him to sleep outside. So he was living in our house for like 14 weeks. And he's finally transitioning to outside. He's big. Lance is like 70 pounds now. So he's outside. What's the deal with Feedback Friday? I don't even remember where that came from. Initially, Fridays were going to be where I would answer questions about running a retail business, because a lot of people, as they say, everyone starts out collecting and then becomes a reseller. And some people go full throttle into retailing. So just as whatever act of goodwill, I offered to answer any questions about selling diecast cars. But it turned into more like questions about my collecting behaviors or weird questions about me specifically. And I'll answer anything as long as it's not political, because you know why. The recycled boxes, question mark. To save money, I historically have grabbed boxes from the recycle center, which is very near me. And Amazon used to be cardboard box happy. Like we would get deliveries here at our house, and I would be able to find like 5 or 6 every visit. But the business that Ignition does has increased, and I'm not always able to find recycled boxes. So a lot of the boxes that are going out now are actually purchased cardboard, which is a waste of money, but it's kind of a mix now. You may get a recycled box, or you may get one of these new boxes. The shipping refunds, that's covered on the website, but in summary, if your shipping will pay for priority mail, we'll ship priority mail. If it doesn't cover priority, we'll ship standard mail. And if you way overpay, like for some reason you're buying expensive cars that don't weigh very much and you're charged more shipping than it's actually going to cost, by $2 or more. If it's 200, I'll refund it. If it's 200 and $2.01, I'll refund it. But if it's $1.99, I'll keep it. So that's the break even point. If it's going priority and you're still at an excess of $2 or more, you get a refund. And a lot of people ask me, like, what is this refund? I guess they don't read the email very carefully. And finally, what happened to the free shipping over $100? I'll tell you, this is my fault. Some people are really good at exploiting any retailer. Like, did you see that movie, Punch Drunk Love? About the guy who got the pudding coupons, the pudding labels, and got Sky Miles, and he wound up being able to fly to Hawaii. He had like thousands of Sky Miles because he exploited a loophole in this giveaway in pudding labels or something like that. Running a retail business, every single time I try to do something really nice, somebody finds a way to exploit it. And I'm not going to call this an exploit. It's just smart shopping, I guess. What happened was several times with the free shipping over $100, it's always California. I don't know what's up with California. I guess Diecast, I guess Hot Wheels and Matchbox are really expensive out there because most of our business comes from California. I've had a hair there the whole time. So this one dude, the last straw, and this is like the 6th or 7th time this person has done this, and it has been fine, but this time it hurt. It stung, so I just got rid of the $100, the free shipping over $100. What the person did was they ordered 33 cars, and then they picked out 33 free cars, because the policy on the free items is just a guideline. Like, if you buy one thing, you can pick out one free thing. You can actually get more free things than you're buying if you want, if your shipping will cover it. But this person bought exactly 33 things and then picked out exactly 33 things for free and made sure that the 33 things that they paid for was just over $100. So it was free shipping. Ignition had to pay for the shipping. And of course it was California. So full disclosure, this business makes about $1 per car, if that. Less on main lines, a little more on premiums, and much less on loose cars. So this person bought a bunch of loose cars and got a bunch of free stuff. 66 cars in all, which was fairly heavy. It weighed like 7 or 8 pounds. And of course it's going to California because all of our orders are in California for some reason. And it cost $17 to mail it for free on Ignition's tab. So only 33 cars were paid for, but we had to pay $70 shipping. So the profit on that huge box, which weighed close to 8 pounds, was like $16. It's just like, a lot of it was loose cars, so I had to search for them. So it took me like over a half an hour to find all those cars and pack them up and get that package ready. So it's just like, I'm being played for a sucker. So we'll still do deals. I'm an extremely generous person and a terrible businessman. So trading and stuff, I can't really afford for Ignition Diecast to lose money. Its point is to kind of make a little bit of money. So yeah, the only people who were placing orders over $100 anyway were people who were trying to exploit that policy. So got rid of it. That's it. If you have any other questions, Feedback Friday is the time to do it. Email me or use the contact form on the website, or you can even ask it via comment on this stupid YouTube. So anyway, it's still Monday. Talk to you Tuesday.